What's up my loves, my name is Paige, this is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing my March TBR. In the month of March, there is the Roll of Reads Readathon happening, which is created by Mel from a book fiend named Mel. And so a twist to Cluedo that we're going to be doing is I'm going to be using her prompts to be able to pick the books. So instead of using my little cards, I have set up the board and we'll be able to use the Roll of Reads. And I'm very, very excited to participate. When they were originally doing Roll of Reads, I believe they were using an 8-sided die to pick the number of books that they were going to read. It might have been more than that, but for me, I'm just going to use my 5 Cluedo rolls and then see if we get into a room and use the prompts for the rooms. We do need to talk over how February went, and that was a very interesting month, so we can then dive on into the play for March. Hello my loves! So welcome to this wrap up of February's Cluedo and revealing cards, and then we will dive into the gameplay for March. For the books that I read, I only had 2 prompts. The first was Scribd, which I read A Chorus Rises by Bethany C. Morrow for. And for the lead pipe, I read Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, but Ash has the book with him, so I don't have it here, but I did read it. And so I also had 4 mood reads, and I read 3 Animorphs and Flowers per Algernon by Daniel Keyes. So let's have a look. For the first card we have Miss Scarlet. So I get a little special reward. I don't know what it's going to be, but we'll figure that out. And the lounge. So we'll mark those off. Miss Scarlet and the lounge. Excellent. Alrighty, so I'll reset the board and pull over to make our next round. So I've just realized that I need to do the big books. I have got a lot of stuff set up. So this is Ash's, he picked it before going to work. So let's see what we've got, because this might actually provide some direction for the prompts that we've got. That's so funny, I totally forgot. There it is. So the Republic of Thieves. Oh dearie. So I'm gonna pick mine, giving them a nice big shuffle. We are getting down with the big books, like there's still plenty, but I don't know, what colour do I want to go for? Let's go for, oh, which one? Orange or, let's go with blue, because I did that last month and got a Day of Fallen, which I'm really excited for, so oops. Here we go. Right. Nope, the blue has betrayed me. Got Catch-22. So the Republic of Thieves or Catch-22, and I have some big books already. Alrighty, so March is Mel from a book fiend named Mel's Roll of Reads Readathon, which is based off her first TBR game. And so she's created it again this year with a few more prompts that incorporate her new TBR game, as well as keeping some of the old prompts that just relate to her because it's her birthday in March. So I'll leave her channel link below. Please go show her some love. And so this is the way that I'm going to pick my prompts. I still will keep the yellow spaces or outside of room spaces free spaces, but the room prompts that I get, I will pick a prompt from here. And I have no idea if these are right way up. I cut these out last night and the shaping of them is very funny. So basically what we'll do is we'll go into a room, hopefully. And look, if we don't end up going into any rooms like we have the same from last month where we just had lots of ones, then I'll just do the free spaces as these, but we'll see how the gameplay goes first. I've got the prompts laid out. Essentially when we get into a room, I'll roll a 20-sided die, pick a prompt, and then replace it. So with that, we're starting off here, and roll number 1 is a 3. 1, 2, 3. So mood read. So as you saw for roll number 1, we ended up outside of room, so this is just a mood read. If I feel throughout the month like rolling for roll of reads, then I can do that to get a prompt, but I do have a few books that I need to read outside of the TBR game, so I might just be able to put one of those in instead. On to roll number 2. Oh, for fuck's sake. Second one is a mood read as well. So roll number 2 was exactly the same of getting a mood read, and so I'll figure that out throughout the month. On to roll number 3. 1, we made it in. So we need 2 prompts, so I'll roll, and that's a 14. So the prompt on 14 is, yay! My favorite prompt, LGBTQIA plus rep. Yes! Marvelous. And for roll number, for prompt number 2, we got, oh, need to replace. We got 11. There we go. So that will be, oh, main character over 30. Nice. That one, I like that prompt because it challenges me to think. So for roll number 3, we ended up in the dining room, and the first prompt that we got was LGBTQIA plus rep. And for this I'm going with an arc that I have that comes out in April, and that is Blood Debts by Terry J. Benton Walker. This is a historical fiction fantasy set in New Orleans, and there are LGBT elements. I'm not sure what they are, but I'm very interested in picking this up, and it just looks fascinating seeing the magic that is mentioned in the synopsis. Then the second prompt we got in that was main character over 30. So for that one I've decided to go with Hannibal by Thomas Harris. This is the 3rd in the Hannibal Lecter series, and I looked it up and Clarice is in her early 30s in this, so I will be continuing on with this series, which is great because this is one of the priority series that I want to finish for this year. I started this in 2015 or earlier. On to roll number 4. 5. Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4. Woohoo! Oh, we're in the stretch. So, another 2 prompts. We got 9. So that will be, ooh, translated. Yes, I like it. And replace that one. And second prompt is going to be, ooh, 19. And that is elf. So I don't actually know what that means in her game, so I will double check when I pick my books. So for roll number 4, we ended up in the lounge, and the first prompt that I got was translated. And so for that one I'm going with Britt Marie Was Here by Fredrik Backman. This is translated from Swedish, and I really loved Beartown and very keen to continue on with Fredrik Backman's work. I do also need to read a book for Chantel's Read Your Bookshelf, and for that I'm going with this because it starts with the letter B, and Day of Fallen Night was my last chosen book, so leads into this, which is great. So I don't know much about this, but I'm very excited to pick it up and also tick off my rainbow shelf. So hitting lots of goals with this one. And the second prompt I got was elf, which is incorporating Mel's new TBR game, TBR Campaign. And an elf is a fantasy, sci-fi, magical realism, fantasticalism, and so I picked The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. I was trying to figure out how to get my books for the TBR Knockout based off women's rights, but combine it with fantasy, and so I was like, I don't know what I've got, and then I realized I had this, so I'm very keen to get to this. I think it sounds amazing, and I'm super keen to see how it is addressed throughout the book. On to roll number 5. Yay! 1. Marvelous. Into the conservatory, so I need another 2 prompts, and we're actually getting pretty close, so let's roll again. So we got a 3. And that is Australian author. And replace that. And here we go. Is a 4. And that is Thief. Okay. So that's all there. And there we go. So I've got some really good prompts. I'm very excited, and we actually made it to get more prompts. So for roll number 5, we ended up in the conservatory, and so I needed to pull another 2 prompts. The first prompt I pulled was Australian author, I will also be completing Live From Endless Pages prompt on my Bookish Friends Control My Life reading, and that is to give an author a second chance. This is probably like their 7th, and that's J. Kristoff by TBR. I'm so sorry, Mel, for using this prompt for such a shit person. But anyway, I want to get this off my rainbow shelf, and I think now is a good time to read it and continue on with the series. Hopefully, I liked Lifelike enough, so hopefully I will continue to like it, and the sexualization of teenagers is not intense, because that is a problem. And also, speaking of problematic, the final prompt that I got was thief. So for that, it's morally grey characters or unlawfully bad chaos. One of those. But I went with morally grey, probably leading into the unlawful, and that's The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is my book or revisited book for this month, so I need to get it on here. I also need to do the giveaway, and this is the last book for TBR Cluedo, mixed with Roll of Reads. So this plus Blood Debts are the books that I will be reading for TBR Cluedo. I did not get one of my big books on, although technically 3 of those books are over 500 pages. I pulled out The Republic of Thieves, which would be the first book, The Lies of Locke Lamora, but I'm really not wanting to start another series, so it will be Catch-22 by Joseph Heller. If I don't get to these, then they just up the chance of being unhauled. So it's not like I have to. This is book number 4. Over 500 pages. And Sierra from Sierra the Book Addict will also is running a Earth Children's read along for every other month this year, so I wanted to jump in at March and continue with the series, which is The Valley of Horses, which is another book over 500 pages. So I'm not stressed, you're stressed. I also have the 3 Animorphs for this month, so 42, 43 and 44 to complete, and then Mel and I are having a break from our project buddy read, so that's all good on that front. So yeah, I think like this stack itself is 4,000 to close to 4,500 pages, which is a lot. Normally I have like 15 books that equate to that. So I gotta get my reading on, and February has not been the best month for reading. I did finish my 2-book TBR, which is great. So give me 2 moments and I will announce the winner of the giveaway from my book haul revisited. Hello, so it's probably been about 5 to 6 hours since I filmed the last clip. We're currently having a thunderstorm and I just didn't have a chance to be able to come back and film. So Ash is currently making dinner, and I just also forgot to mention that The Secret History is going to be a buddy read. I'm gonna create it on my buddy reading chaos Discord and just make it like a chunk along, because it is over 500 pages. But if we do end up switching to Gems or Princesses Discord to discuss it, I'll leave them linked below as well, so you can come check them out. On to the giveaway winner. So this was on my book haul revisited. I posted that I only had 1 book left from my March 2020 haul, so because there was no vote, I thought I'd do a giveaway. Basically, you just had to enter a book that you had acquired sometime in your life, and there was a lot of cute different answers, and I've added a few things to my TBR, which is also nice. So I'm just doing the regular spinner wheel, and let's see who it is. And the prize will be a book up to 25 AUD. And yay! Oh my goodness! It's Carrie-Anne or Kaz from Cats and Cameras. So I will message them and let them know that they've won, and we can figure out a book for them. That's so exciting! Oh! Yay! This is my current TBR, with Catch-22 and Valley of Horses being extras. I also have 3 Animorphs to read as well, and an arc that is on my main TBR. This is a chunky boy. I'm scared. Let me know in the comments what you're most excited to read in March. I am just so keen to complete all different goals with these. I'm not finishing any series, which is a shame, because I would like to for the final book support group, but who knows what I'll pick up throughout the month. So these are our options. They are also flexible. I can interchange them throughout the month if I find something else that I want to read more, but this is just like my ideal TBR. So yeah, let me know what you're excited to read in the comments below, and if you like this video, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of this mess, feel free to subscribe. I'll hopefully see you on my next video. Bye!